It's Billy the Beard with the Sports Profits, and I'm here to bring you a couple free game breakdowns for Saturday, November the 25th, and Sunday, November the 26th. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't be shy, get in those comments and let us know what you think about these game breakdowns. If you like our content, show support, hit that like button. Most importantly, turn that notification bell so you're always informed. Please watch this entire video so you could get the 2 game breakdowns that we're bringing at you. We're switching the format up a little bit, giving you guys a little bit more action and keeping things a little condensed. Starting with Saturday, we have a college football matchup between the Wisconsin Badgers and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Minnesota is going to play host from Huntington Bank Stadium this Saturday. The kickoff is scheduled for 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. Wisconsin, they're coming into this game with a 6-5 record. They average 22.4 points per game. Currently, they average 367 yards of total offense per game, and they've managed to earn 28 touchdowns this season. They have turned the ball over 15 times. Their quarterback has been sacked 18. On the defensive end of things, the Badgers are giving up 19.4 points per game. They are surrendering 335.8 yards of offense per game. When you're looking at the rushing, 3.8 yards per carry against. The quarterbacks are throwing 60.3% against them, and they've conceded 25 touchdowns on the year. Now, they do have 14 turnovers, 11 interceptions, 3 fumbles recovered, and they've got 27 sacks tallied up for the year. Minnesota, they come into this with a 5-6 record, losers of 3 straight games. They average 20.7 points per game, and they've scored 23 touchdowns on the year. This team is currently averaging 300.4 yards of total offense per game. They have turned the ball over 15 times. They have recorded 19 sacks against their quarterback. Now, on the defensive end, they are conceding 26.8 points per game, 370.4 yards per game, and they've given up 35 touchdowns on the year. They have managed to force 18 turnovers, and they've tallied up 23 sacks. So Minnesota, they're coming into this game losers of 3 straight games, but they have averaged almost 20 points in those losses, right? We have Wisconsin, who just snapped a 3-game losing streak, and it took overtime. You know, they got to Nebraska, they got to overtime, and they managed to get that win to snap the losing streak. So when you're looking at this matchup, it's an evenly matched game. Both offenses are underperforming. Both defenses are very stout against the run. So we expect this to be a close game, and ultimately Minnesota's going to cover this game, possibly win. Right now, I'm seeing this line available across the board. It's at 2.5, so we gotta buy the hook here, guys. We are taking Minnesota plus the 3, buying the hook, and that's available across the board. I'm seeing it at MGM. I'm seeing it at Caesars. I'm even seeing it over at Bet Rivers. So you want to get that game, you want to buy the hook. And let's take a look at the Sunday NFL matchup. We have the Baltimore Ravens, and they are going to be traveling to LA to face the Chargers in this week's edition of Sunday Night Football. So this kickoff is scheduled for 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard on Sunday, November the 26th. The Ravens, they're coming into this game with a 8-3 record. They're first place in the AFC North. They are currently averaging 27.6 points per game. That's 4th in the league. They are averaging 366.6 yards of total offense per game, 155.1 from the rush. That's 1st in the league. So this team, they're scoring the ball. They've got 34 touchdowns on the year. They've only turned the ball over 14 times. The quarterback's been sacked 27 times. Kind of middle of the pack there. And this defense, the Ravens D, they're only giving up 16.1 points per game. That's good for number 2 in the league. They are holding opponents to 273.4 yards of total offense per game, 169.7 from the pass. That's good for 3rd in the league. The opposing quarterbacks, they have a 60% completion rate. The opposing rushing, 4.3 yards per carry. And this defense has forced 15 turnovers, and they've accumulated 32 sacks. The Chargers, on the other hand, they have a 4-6 record. They are fourth in the AFC West, losers of 2 straight games, and they currently average a league best 8th, 25.9 points per game. They are accumulating 354.3 yards of total offense per game. They rank 9th in the pass with 248.6. On the touchdown statistics, we have 29 for the year. They have managed the ball pretty well. They only have 8 turnovers, and they only got 22 sacks. So the offense, they're playing pretty conservative. They're playing pretty consistent. Now the defense, that's another side, right? The defense, they're 25th in the league, giving up 23.8 points per game, 303.6 yards per game, 291.3 passing yards per game. That's 32nd in the league. Now, when you're looking at the touchdowns, they've given up 28 on the year. They have forced 15 turnovers. They have recorded 34 sacks. So this is a matchup where we have 2 of the best quarterbacks in the game. We have Los Angeles with a rough season as far as injuries are concerned. And we have a Ravens rush attack that is going to be going up against a defense that's missing the leader in Joey Bosa. So we have Lamar Jackson. He's currently 11th in the league with 2,441 yards passing. He's going to look to put up some big numbers against what's one of the worst passing defenses in the league. We do expect the Chargers to put up some points, but ultimately the Ravens, they're going to take this one. They're going to cover the spread. Right now, I'm seeing this spread available at 3.5. Guys, again, we're gonna buy this one down. We're gonna buy a little bit more than the hook here. We're gonna buy the full point, taking it to 2.5 because it's a key number. Right now, MGM has it at 3.5, so I'm gonna go to BetMGM. I'm gonna take the Baltimore Ravens minus the 2.5, buying that full point, lock it and clock it.